Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back. We're diving deep today into something that, well, really sent ripples through the cricket world, didn't it?
It certainly did. May 24th, 2025, the announcement.
Shubman Gill, India's new test captain. At just 25, wow.
Yeah, it's a big call. Really big call, especially with what's immediately ahead.
Exactly. This massive five-test tour of England kicking off June 20th at Headingley. Talk about a baptism of fire.
Headingley first, then Edgbaston, Lords, Old Trafford, the Oval. It's the classic English summer run.
And it feels like a proper new era starting, with Rohit Sharma stepping away from tests after that Boxing Day match last year.
And then Virat Kohli following suit not long after. That's monumental. Two absolute pillars gone from the test side.
Pillars is the right word. So this really is a fresh start. Gill leading a new look India into, let's be honest, probably the toughest touring destination, England in June and July.
It's a huge ask. Almost like a David versus Goliath story, but,
Yeah.
with cricket bats.
Huh? Yeah, exactly. So our mission today is to unpack this. What does Gill's captaincy actually mean? What are the specific challenges waiting in England? And what about the squad they've picked?
Let's get into it. The captaincy first. Gill, 25 years and 258 days old when appointed. That makes him, what, the fifth youngest ever for India in tests?
Yeah, think about that. It's like getting the keys to a Formula One car when you've barely got your driver's license. The responsibility is immense.
Especially given the context. Rohit's retirement, Kohli's retirement. That leadership vacuum was sudden and significant.
So the selectors had a job on their hands. There was talk, wasn't there, about other contenders?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Jasprit Bumrah's name came up a lot. He's captained before, briefly. And Rishabh Pant, too.
Bumrah, yeah. He's got that sharp cricketing brain. You can see it.
Yeah.
But Ajit Agarkar, the chief selector, was quite clear.
He was. The quote was something like, "He's more important to us as a player." Basically, they need his bowling. Full focus.
Right. You don't want your Ferrari stuck managing the traffic. You want it winning the race. Let Bumrah focus on ripping through batting lineups.
Exactly. Especially in England. 5 tests. The workload on a premier fast bowler is already massive. Adding captaincy. Maybe too much.
Makes sense. And Pant, he got the vice captaincy.
Which feels like a good fit, actually. Gill, who seems quite calm, composed.
And then Tant, the X Factor, the explosive energy. It's like Batman and Robin almost.
Oh, maybe.
Oh.
Pant brings that aggressive, never-say-die approach. He can change a game in a session. A good foil for Gill, perhaps. Someone to provide that spark.
Okay, so captain and vice captain sorted. Let's look at the squad itself, this 18-man group. It's been called a perfectly spiced biryani. I like that analogy.
Me too. It suggests a blend, doesn't it?
Okay.
And you can see that. You've got the exciting young guns.
Like Yashasvi Jaiswal. He's just burst onto the test scene, hasn't he? Fearless.
Absolutely electric. And then Sai Sudhar's son, the uncapped batter. Lots of potential there, waiting for a chance.
And on the other side of the coin, experience making a comeback. Karun Nair.
No, that was a surprise for many. Back in the test squad after, since 2017?
Yeah, a long time out. But you can't ignore his domestic form. He's been churning out the runs.
He really has, piling them on in the Ranji Trophy. And, he's got that test triple hundred to his name, that kind of experience, that pedigree. It could be crucial in the middle order. Shows they value proven run scorers.
Definitely adds some steel. Now, the bowling, Bumrah leading the charge, obviously. That action, it's just unique.
Unplayable on his day. And the support crew looks strong, too. Mohammad Siraj.
Always running in hard, relentless aggression.
Prasidh Krishna and Akashdeep offer that heightened bounce, which could be useful in England. And Arshdeep Singh gives them that left arm angle.
It's a varied pace attack. And the spinners.
Ravindra Jadeja. You just can't leave him out, can you? Does everything. Bats, bowls, fields like a panther.
A genuine three-dimensional cricketer.
Yeah.
And Kuldeep Yadav's wrist spin.
Adds that touch of mystery. Plus, Washington Sundar is another all-round option.
Huh?
And Shardul Thakur.
Ah, Lord Shardula, the man with the golden arm.
He just has that knack, doesn't he? Breaking partnerships when you least expect it. Finds that golden ticket somehow. Vital player.
So, a well-rounded squad, but some notable names missing, too. Mohammad Shami, injured. That's a big blow for English condition.
Oh, huge. Shami with the Duke's ball, getting it to talk. That's a massive weapon to lose. It's like leaving your best umbrella at home when you know it's going to pour.
Yeah, good one. And Harshit Rana, Sarfaraz Khan, they were in Australia, but miss out here.
Tough calls. Always are. Maybe just didn't quite fit the balance for this specific tour, or the selectors wanted to go a different way.
So this squad heads to England. 5 tests. Headingley, Edgbaston, Lords, Old Trafford, the Oval, June 20th to August 4th. Grueling schedule.
And the conditions. They're the real opponent sometimes.
You mean the swinging Duke's ball, the overcast skies, those lively pitches.
All of it. It can change so quickly. One session it's flat, the next the ball's hooping around corners. It's unpredictable, like an M. Night Shyamalan plot twist sometimes.
Huh. Okay. And for Gill personally, England hasn't been his happiest hunting ground in the past, has it?
Statistically, no. It's been a challenge for him. So this tour is massive for him personally, not just as captain. A chance to show he can score runs everywhere, not just on flatter tracks.
And he knows it clearly. He's joining the India squad for that warm-up game against the England Lions in early June.
Smart move. Essential, really. Getting used to the Duke's ball, the atmosphere, the conditions, that acclimatization is key.
Absolutely. And we keep coming back to it. But the absence of Rohit and Kohli, over 13,500 test runs between them, gone.
It's hard to quantify that loss. It's not just the runs, it's the presence, the experience in navigating tough situations. It's like finishing a beloved book series, isn't it? That final chapter is closed.
Yeah, it really is. So why Gill? What was the thinking at the BCCI? We touched on it, but let's dig a bit deeper.
Well, the age is obviously a massive factor. He's 25. This is a long-term investment.
Like buying stock in a company you think is about to go viral?
Sort of, yeah. They're banking on his potential to lead India for potentially the next decade, building for the future.
And his IPL captaincy can't be ignored. Winning with Gujarat Titans, then winning the Orange Cap in 2023, was it 890 runs? 300s?
Phenomenal season. It showed he can handle pressure, lead from the front, perform in high-stakes games, like a seasoned chef delivering under pressure in a busy kitchen.
And former selector Saba Karim gave him a glowing review too, didn't he? Compared it to a 5-star rating for a homemade curry, I think was the analogy used somewhere.
Something like that. Kareem spoke very highly of his leadership potential, even observed back when he wasn't captain. That carries weight, coming from an ex-selector.
Though apparently there were some initial doubts about his rapid rise. But a key meeting with Gautam Gambhir, the head coach, seemed to smooth things over.
Yeah, reports suggested that meeting was crucial, getting the captain and coach on the same page, sharing a vision. Gambhir himself was a strong leader, so his backing would be significant.
Now, let's be fair. Gill's test stats. 1,893 runs, average around 35. They're good. Not legendary. Not yet, anyway.
Not yet exactly, but the potential is clearly there. And importantly, he scored those 200s against England earlier this year in 2024. That must have factored in.
Shows he can do it against this opposition. And Rahul Dravid, when he was coach, also saw leadership qualities in him.
Right, so it's not just out of nowhere. There's been a recognition of his potential for a while.
This whole situation, it feels like more than just a captaincy change. It's a real transition.
Right.
Rohit, Kohli, Ashwin moving on from tests.
It's massive. Bigger than a caterpillar becoming a butterfly.
Yeah.
As someone put it, it's like the family business being handed down to the next generation.
And Gill steps in with big calls to make straight away. Where does he bat? Number 3. Number 4.
Crucial decision. Affects the whole balance of the top order.
In the team's approach, do they continue that sort of aggressive style we saw glimpses of, or play more traditional test cricket?
That will define his early tenure. Does he impose his own style or adapt based on conditions and opposition? We'll see.
He's not alone, though. He's got experienced heads around him. KL Rahul.
Yeah, Kale's been around the block, seen a fair bit, knows English conditions too.
And Jadeja, the ultimate utility man. A Swiss Army knife for cricket, really.
Absolutely. Those two will be vital support pillars, plus the youngsters eager to impress, and someone like Abhimanyu Aswar knocking on the door for a debut.
So the prep is underway. Those 2 India A games against the Lions. Crucial.
Can't overstate their importance. Getting match practice in English conditions before the first test is invaluable.
And this series counts towards the World Test Championship, the 2025-27 cycle. So points are on the line right from the start.
Adds that extra edge. Both teams will want a strong start to the new WTC cycle.
India did well in England in 2021, leading the series before the final test was postponed. But as we've said, different team, new captain. Expectations should probably be managed.
I think so. You can draw confidence from 2021, but you can't expect a carbon copy. This is a new challenge, a younger side in some ways, facing a strong England team at home.
Ajit Agarkar said it bluntly. It's as tough as it gets. He'll have to learn on the job.
Yeah. Good luck, kid. You're in the deep end now. That's
Yeah.
basically the message. It's a sink or swim situation.
Michael Vaughan even suggested Bumrah might have been the safer bet for this specific tour. Acknowledged the boldness of the Gill move, but questioned the timing maybe.
It's a fair point from an experience perspective. Bumrah is a known quantity as a leader in patches.
Yeah.
Gills is, well, he's the future, but the present is England away. It's a gamble, but potentially a high reward one.
Gill's own story is quite something. Under 19 World Cup star, IPL success. But Test cricket is different gravy, isn't it?
Completely different. It's the marathon, not the sprint. It tests your technique, your temperament, your concentration over 5 long days. Leadership adds another layer entirely.
And filling the shoes of Rohit and Kohli, the sheer pressure of that comparison must be immense.
Unimaginable, almost. They aren't just runs, they represent an era. But it's also Gill's chance to start writing his own chapter, create his own legacy.
So the big questions hang in the air. Can he be the leader India needs? Can he handle this intense pressure cooker, this England series? It feels like we're about to witness the birth of something, one way or another.
It's going to be fascinating to watch. It will test every part of his game, his character, his leadership. A true trial by fire.
And for all of you listening, wherever you are in the world, get ready. This series promises drama, excitement, maybe some heartbreak, maybe some elation. That's Test cricket.
Exactly. Buckle up.
Let's get behind Team India. Support the new captain. Remember that famous line?
Mhm.
It's not about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That feels apt right now.
Very apt. Resilience will be key for this young team and its new leader. It promises to be a compelling contest.
So wrapping up our deep dive today, Shubman Gill, the surprise captain. A daunting England tour ahead. A squad mixing youth with some returning experience. This feels like a truly pivotal moment for Indian cricket.
It really does. And it makes you think, doesn't it, about leadership. Sometimes, maybe, just maybe, throwing someone young in, someone with a fresh perspective, unburdened. Maybe that's how you unlock something special. Could this calculated risk be the start of India's next great era?
A provocative thought to leave you all with. We'll certainly be watching closely to see how this chapter unfolds. Thanks for joining us.